quietly and follow along. At any point, click the pause button to catch up or take a break. Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel, Art with Miss Dykeman. Today we're making a bright, sunshiny day collage, and we're going to start with a 9x12 piece of yellow construction paper, and you're going to cut in half. To ensure that you get it perfectly in half, simply take it, we have ours in landscape mode to beginning, and fold it like a book. Okay? Line up your corners and make a good crease. Okay? Open it up and you'll have a line right down the middle where you need to cut. Cut the paper in half. Put one of the halves aside because we're going to be using that thing later. Okay? Now we're going to take the other remaining half, put it back in landscape mode. That's the long way left to right. And then with a pencil, I'm going to be using a pen for the purpose of the video so you can see it nice and clearly, but you might want to use a pencil so you can erase. I'm going to find the top left of the corner, put my pencil there, and I'm going to make a giant, as big as you can, half circle. Okay? Cut on the line. This is going to be your sun. Great, you can remove your scraps. And since I got a couple of my pencil lines showing, I just like to simply flip it over to make my work look really neat. Simple artist tricks. Okay, now we're gonna bring back that other half of the yellow construction paper, and we're gonna be making the sun rays. Our sun rays are gonna consist of two layers. The back layer, which is yellow, and then the top layer, which is orange, to really give dimension to your sun. Okay. So to make your sun rays, all you're going to do is a little trick, boys and girls. Use the bottom edge of the paper, that way it's less to cut. I'm going to make from the bottom right of the corner big triangles. Okay, that's going to go up about halfway my line, and I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to bring that thing back down to my base and go back up, stop about halfway, go across, and back and forth. You're basically making a big zigzag. Now sun rays are all different sizes. Don't worry about them all being the same, okay? Just remain calm, it's all gonna be good. Now cut on your line. Okay, remember to turn and pivot your paper, and you form a triangle. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over so you can't see those lines. You don't have to do the turn and pivot, you can simply just cut, stop, lift away, cut, and back to that point, and there's our other triangle. Do what is easiest for you. Now you may notice as you are cutting, we are creating a second row of triangles and making our life really easy for the next step. So all you have to do is just simply cut across and you will get nice triangles. Okay. I'm going to save this scrap. You never quite know when you can use it again. And here are our triangles. I'm going to bring back our sunshine. And now on the back of my paper, I'm going to apply my triangles. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay. So please watch for this next part because it's going to be really simple once you know what to do. Here's how we're going to lay the triangles on the paper all the way around the rounded edge. So think about where you only need to apply glue. You really only need to apply glue to the bottom edge of the triangle. Okay. And then you can flip it over and place it on your sun however you want. Give it a little massage to make sure it stays nice and happy in place. Okay. We're going to do the same thing for the next triangles all the way around. Now you as the artist, you get some choices. How much sun do you want it to be on this sunny day? How many sun rays are you going to add? Such big decisions. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go around. Now you can overlap your sun rays. I did a little bit, and this is what it's going to look like when you flip it over. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, I am coming up to my last sun ray that I cut last time. And if you're like me, you run out of sun rays. Don't panic, because we're gonna bring that scrap piece of paper we had, and we'll just make as many as we need as we go. So I'm gonna repeat this step with you in case you need to make more. Find the bottom edge of your paper. I have mine in landscape mode. Bottom corner, put your pencil there, and simply go up and back down. Up and down. I'm thinking I only need about one sun ray, but I'm gonna do an extra just in case. Do as many as you need, and then cut them out. Yeah, that'll be enough sun for me and mine. Come back to your glue stick, and then you can add it to your sun. All right, now we can flip over our sun and see what it's looking like so far. Now this is a good way to check your craftsmanship, artist. If you have a little bit of glue showing, it means you just need to be aware a little bit more where you're applying glue. But this is how we learn, right? So not a big deal. The next step to our project, and you are gonna be pros at making sun in your area, is we are gonna do the same thing, but with some orange. Now we chose yellow and orange because they're warm colors, kind of like fire, and it makes the sun feel warm and outside. This time, I'm gonna make my sun rays a little smaller. So instead of coming halfway to the paper, I'm gonna go about halfway of that. Okay, but you can make them any size you want. Repeating our zigzag at the bottom of the paper. Okay, just like that. You can cut them out, and remember, we're gonna get double the amount of sun rays if you did the technique right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now remember, I can turn my paper to the side, and I can just cut along my triangles to form the bottom of them and get a whole bunch at the same time. Okay. Now here is the fun part. We're going to be working on the front side now of your sun, and you get to place these as you want. Like maybe you want them a little more in the front, and they don't have to line up perfectly with your back sun rays. You don't see here, mine don't. It's totally fine. Okay. I actually think it gives a little bit more dimension. Ooh, I like that smaller one there. I'm just kind of randomly plucking these on just to see how I like the layout before I add the glue. And then I like this little one down here. Oh, that looks so nice. So now you can go in with your glue, and I would say it's a little bit more safe to cover most of the triangle. So just be aware of where you're applying your glue. I'm going to do a bigger dot. Okay, and just like that. Okay, I'm gonna put the cap on my glue. I have a little extra sun rays. If you want to add them in other places, you are more than welcome to make it super sunshiny. I'm gonna keep mine just like this, okay? So now we're gonna go to some scrap paper, and you get to pick whatever colors you want to form your rainbow. I am suggesting one of each color to make the rainbow. So I have pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. I'm gonna start with any size scrap paper. The longer probably the better, and you're just gonna cut strips that can be about an inch wide or a little less. So when I say inch, guys, you can do a little bit bigger than your thumb, okay? Maybe 2 thumbs. And it can be as long as you want, doesn't matter, okay? And depending how many colors you want it to be, now I'm gonna do different colors of the rainbow. You can do several pink, you can make as many as you want. I'm just letting you know ahead of time, all right? I'm gonna be cutting different strips, all different sizes. Like I'm gonna make my red a little bit skinnier, just because, and a little shorter. Here's my orange. Now, do you notice I'm placing them on my son as I go? That is a key tool to help you know how much space you have left to add more strips as you go. So just something to make it a little simpler. Ooh, I got this long scrap of green. I'm gonna make it super long. Yeah, that one probably won't even fit in the camera, but you'll have to just picture that. And then I'm gonna go to really, really short with blue. Okay. And my last color is going to be purple, which I'm gonna make just kind of the average length of my strips, okay? So here you can see my placement of my strips. It fits really well. I did different lengths. Like I said, doesn't matter. I'm gonna move my strips to the side. Take my son, flip it over, okay? And now I'm gonna begin gluing the strips on to my son, okay? I'm gluing them onto the back of my son so that way I get a really nice clean edge of the bottom of my son, okay? So this, I'm just gonna add a circle of glue. The strip, flip it over. Try to make sure it's nice and straight. That way your rainbow looks very neat, like it's coming down off of the sun. Okay. My next color. It is nice to leave a little space between the colors, and you will see why for our next step. It'll make it curling the paper easier. That way it's not colliding with another color. Doing my green. A little yellow strip. Okay. And if you happen to have more space after you glue on the strips, you can simply just add more strips. There's no rule. Okay, here's my pink. Looking like I'm gonna have a little extra space compared to what I first drafted, which is fine. I got a little bit. You can choose to either leave it and have your rainbow kind of off center, or to add just a little strip, whatever you need. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little baby purple strip. So things change as you work on art, and that is part of being a good artist. Some people may say it's going with the flow or being flexible. It is helpful. So now what we're gonna do is take our sun, make sure all your strips and all your little sun rays are glued down, okay? So we're doing a lot of flipping back and forth in this project. All right, here is our sun, and it is looking absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna move this towards the top now so you can see the bottom of my sun. For this next step, you're gonna need your pencil back or some kind of small cylinder shape, okay? In this project, I'm going to teach you how to roll paper and actually make it become more 3D at this point. I'm going to start on the left side. I just simply find it easier to move left to right because I'm right-handed. You're going to take the pencil or whatever you have, line it up at the bottom of your paper, and curl it around the pencil. So I'm holding the paper on the barrel of the pencil and rolling it and tucking it under as I'm curling it around and pushing it up. You're gonna go all the way up and push down on the paper as you are going up, and then I can release it and my paper will curl, giving it like a really cool rainbow effect. Now, if you're like, whoa, that's way too curly, then just do a little bit on the ends. You don't have to go all the way up, okay? Pushing it down, okay? The cool thing is too, you can make them whatever height you want, okay? Don't go, oh no, my pencil's running into my paper. Just move the pencil over. It's okay, don't panic. This red one, I'm gonna go up kind of in between the pink and the purple. Push down and release. And you can always spring it if it's a little too curly. this orange. Okay, my yellow. Now this green is way, way down here. I still like it long. I think it kind of makes the green unique, so I'm gonna keep it long. My blue, I definitely think should be really short, just because, yeah, I'm just feeling that for blue. Okay. And then my purple, my larger last purple. I'm gonna go up to about my orange. All right, and there is our sun. Now the last part is to add other basic details to the drawing, whatever you wish. One of my favorite things to do is add dimension through color, so I can take my crayon. You don't have to do this, however you want to, add color and details to your project. I'm starting from the bottom base of the sun, and I'm going to slowly add a darker shade of that color and fading it out to give it like an extra dimension. I fade it by relieving the pressure of my hand as I work down. Okay, I'm gonna do this for each color, and it adds just a little bit more color to my artwork. Makes it a little more interesting. Kind of like when you see the rainbow in the sky, it always kind of seems to fade from one end to the other. Okay. Again, you don't have to do this, but it's just something I want to do to make my stuff really, really cool. All right, that is that on my sun. Other things you can do is you can add sun rays, and more lines. I'm going back with my orange and just drawing some lines off of my triangles. Okay, I'm gonna add some blue in these yellow just to give it kind of bouncing off the sky. Alrighty, I just want to do, I don't know why I have a bird to draw like a line here just to make it really cool. You can add any details you want to your sun. You might want to put a face on it if it's a really happy sun. Totally up to you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great sunshiny day.